Previous research has shown that living in substandard housing is associated with infectious diseases, traumatic injuries, and a worsening of chronic conditions. Unfortunately, for public housing residents in San Francisco, many developments suffer from unsafe and deplorable conditions. They require extensive capital improvements to remove asbestos and black mold, repair sewers, plumbing, and leaky roofs, remove rodents and pests, provide adequate heat, and address safety concerns such as broken sidewalks. In 2011, Congress authorized the Rental Assistance Demonstration Program as a way to improve the nation's housing stock. Through new funding mechanisms, private developers enter into multi-year rental assistance agreements with HUD and assume responsibility for all repairs, management, and operations of the housing development. Over the last 5 years, San Francisco has transferred all of its public housing stock, worth an estimated $2 billion, to private developers through the RAD program. With such a huge civic and financial investment, it's critically important to investigate the health impacts of this program. To that end, our research team investigated the health and social effects of public housing renovation through the RAD program in 7 properties managed by Bridge Housing Corporation. First, we found evidence of better access to care. There was a decrease in the numbers of uninsured at all of the RAD sites. The presence of on-site services helped residents procure healthcare coverage, and access to regular primary care services has had the intended impact of increasing outpatient utilization. However, despite greater access, our results demonstrate no change in the prevalence of a wide variety of medical and mental health disorders before and after renovation. At one housing development, there was an increase in residents seeking treatment for anxiety disorders, asthma, and obesity after renovation. Finally, we found that seniors were arguably the most affected by the RAD transition. For those who stayed on site during construction, many endured the daily disruptions of living on an active construction site. For those who moved temporarily off-site, loss of social connections and the disruption of routines were the main concerns. Many had fears that they would not be allowed to return despite being told otherwise. Through qualitative in-depth interviews with residents, affordable housing developers, policymakers, and site managers, we were provided with a rich tapestry of lived experience. The findings show developers must go beyond the bricks and mortar of renovation and must also provide a range of services, including linkage to healthcare, social services, social networking activities, and wellness programs in order to be successful.